What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new football news video where we will talk about the Liverpool Benfica game because it just got even bigger because Villarreal caused one of the biggest upsets in the Champions League this season, knocking out one of the favorites, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich were laughing when they got Villarreal, but they are a very serious team. There is no reason why Villarreal should be underestimated, because I think they are a cup team. Unai Emery has won the Europa League with Villarreal. He has won it with Sevilla like 4 times against Liverpool as well, and they beat Manchester United on penalties in the Europa League final. And after knocking out Juventus, I mean, you don't go to the Juventus stadium and win 3-0 unless you are a very well coached, well organized team, and Villarreal are rock solid defensively. And what is amazing to me is that Villarreal had only 2 shots on target in the 2 games in total. 1 shot on target at home was enough for Villarreal to win 1-0, and the 2nd shot on target away from home was enough for Villarreal to score a late 88th minute equalizer against Bayern Munich. And they overall, I think they deserve it, because in the first leg they should have been 3-0 up before like the 60th minute or something. They were really by far the better team. Bayern Munich came back into it in the second half, but they couldn't score. Lewandowski scored a quite brilliant goal, as he always does, but it wasn't enough. The other Bayern players weren't enough threat, and Bayern had 24 shots but only 4 shots on target. That's brutally wasteful finishing. And yes, they had a 7 shot blocked, but they also had 13 shots off target. So from your 24 shots for 13 shots to not even work the goalkeeper or the defenders is an absolute travesty, and Bayern Munich will be absolutely devastated. This is a big shame on Bayern and on Nagelsmann's career, because Bayern are by far the better team on paper than Villarreal. They just have overall a more expensive squad, much better players. And if Liverpool can do the job tonight against Benfica, and Benfica are a dangerous side, so make sure you don't underestimate them. I think that will be the message for the Liverpool players before tonight. Don't underestimate Benfica. Go on the front foot, score another goal, settle the tie. Then don't do a repeat performance of the Inter game where we just missed all our chances. Inter scored and it was a very nervy second half for Liverpool. Let's hope against Benfica tonight we do the job, and then we will play Villarreal in the semi-finals. Don't get me wrong, it will be a very tough game. Villarreal are very good defensively, but they are nowhere near as good as Bayern Munich. They are nowhere near as good. That is evidence that they only had 2 shots on target against Bayern, and they scored with both of them. And I think Liverpool can knock Villarreal out if they will get through Benfica. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's do the usual Liverpool philosophy. Take one game as the next game is the cup final. Take each game as it comes and try to win that. And in the other semi-final, Chelsea almost completed a miraculous comeback. They were actually 3-0 up at one point, and it looked like they were going through. Real Madrid looked absolutely devastated and dejected. And let me know what you think about the yesterday's games, because the Real Madrid-Chelsea game was one of the best games of football that I have ever watched in my life, and I've been watching football for more than 20 years. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Mason Mount scored a brilliant goal in the first half. Then Rudiger scored a fantastic goal from a corner in the second half. And then there came the big controversy. VR controversy was in the Champions League, not just in the Premier League, because Marcos Alonso scored a spectacular thumping finish into the top corner, and it looked like a perfectly good goal, but because the ball slightly touches his hand, VAR disallows it. And I know that probably the handball rules state that that is a handball, but it was so soft. And if I was a Chelsea fan yesterday, which I'm not, I support Liverpool of course, and I wanted Chelsea to go out actually, because I don't like English teams getting to the Champions League final or the semi-finals. I want a Liverpool Real Madrid Champions League final or a Liverpool Atletico Madrid Champions League final. That would be my dream scenario. But I still think that was the wrong decision because Marcos Alonso's hand didn't change the trajectory of the ball. It just slightly like touched it, but the ball didn't move really, and it was a really great goal. And Timo Werner scored one of the greatest Champions League goals, and at that point it looked like that this goal could knock Real Madrid out. Real Madrid were absolutely dejected. The players slumped. The body language wasn't great. But then Luka Modric, at 36 years old, by the way, he played 120 minutes in the game, he didn't get substituted. He had the assist of the season, the pass of the season with the outside of his right foot. He curls an assist to the back post where Rodrigo, who just came on 2 minutes earlier, he scores the goal that takes the game to extra time, and then Karim Benzema, after a Chelsea mistake where the Chelsea give the ball away in their own half, Karim Benzema after a Vinicius Junior's great run, Karim Benzema peels back, so he has the second wave of attack, and when Vinicius chips the ball, crosses it into the middle, into the penalty area, Benzema attacks it and he heads it down and back into the corner where the goalkeeper is coming from, so it was impossible for the goalkeeper to save it, and that goal knocks Chelsea out. The Champions League holders are out, they are not even in the semi-finals, and I think Chelsea are to blame themselves because they made too many mistakes. In the first leg they gifted Real Madrid a goal, in the second leg they gifted Real Madrid a goal as well, and Real Madrid of course were not perfect defensively, and I slightly worry that if Atletico Madrid can't knock Man City out, then Man City will go to the final, because this Real Madrid team is not as strong as they used to be, but I think they have the firepower to knock Man City out. And you also can't forget that Real Madrid are Champions League royalty. They have won 13 Champions League trophies. That's the same amount of trophies as AC Milan and Liverpool have won. That's more trophies than Bayern Munich and Liverpool have won combined. That's how big they are in the Champions League, and hopefully history will be on Real Madrid's side. But Man City are so strong that I would predict Man City to go knock Real Madrid out and get to the final. And my nightmare is Liverpool meeting Man City in the Champions League final and Man City winning their first Champions League against Liverpool. That would be absolutely heartbreaking, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully Liverpool will get Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid in the final. I'm really looking forward to tonight's game, and the reaction from the Liverpool fans was of course jubilant, and many Liverpool fans want Real Madrid to get for Liverpool to get in the final. And this would be, if Liverpool somehow can make it to the final, this would be our third Champions League final in 5 years, and we really need to win this one as well, because that would absolutely cement Jurgen Klopp's legacy at Liverpool. To win 2 Champions Leagues in 3 seasons or 4 seasons, it would be absolutely brilliant, and it will really be forever in Liverpool history books. Jurgen Klopp is already forever in the history books, but his name would be even bigger than it is. And at the bookmakers, Liverpool's probability of winning the Champions League went up from 33% to 43% after Villarreal knocked out Bayern. If Bayern had advanced, it would have been 27%. That's a 16% swing, and our chances further ticked up to 44% after Chelsea got knocked out. So Liverpool are now the favourites alongside Manchester City to win the Champions League. And yes, Villarreal have been utterly formidable over the 2 legs over Bayern Munich. They deservedly go through. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited and very happy that Villarreal went through instead of Bayern Munich, because this Bayern team is very, very dangerous. But Liverpool knocked out Bayern already once, and I think we can knock Villarreal out. But as I said, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's knock Benfica out first. And yes, a lot of people will absolutely fume that Liverpool got Benfica and then they got Villarreal in the quarterfinals and this is semi-finals. But remember, Liverpool got drawn into the group of death with Atletico Madrid, with AC Milan, and also Liverpool got the Italian champions Inter in the round of 16. So until we reached the quarterfinals, we got the hardest possible route, the hardest possible draw. You know, it usually these draws balance themselves out and you get an easier draw in the quarterfinals. And It's not our fault, it's not Liverpool's fault that Bayern couldn't knock Villarreal out. So why are people complaining about Liverpool getting potentially Villarreal in the Champions League semi-finals? Blame Bayern Munich, that's not Liverpool's fault. And Alisson also was present in the pre-match press conference before the Benfica game. And Alisson, the legendary Liverpool goalkeeper, said, at this level we need to be prepared for anything, to play possibly 13 more games before the season finishes. And we have great fitness staff, we are training every day for that. We have the targets that are achieving all the finals, playing all the games, as many games as is possible for us in the season. We want to win everything, so we are ready for that. And of course it's not easy, of course sometimes we feel tired, but you need to put in your mind that you have enough energy to deal with every challenge. Yeah, we want to be in every match. Of course, if you play those matches after that you feel tired and then you think maybe, oh, it's a crazy schedule, but we are focused on our goals for now. And now it's Benfica, and let's attack that game. And Benfica are a very serious team. They knocked out Barcelona in the group stages, and they also threatened in the second half of the first leg against Liverpool. So Liverpool really need to be on their A game. Jurgen Klopp will freshen things up. Probably Konate will start instead of Matip. Probably Luis Diaz will start instead of maybe Mane. And Bobby Firmino could start instead of Jota. Jurgen Klopp said nobody is injured, but we need to look who is fresher for the game and stuff like this. The next game has no influence on the lineup for tomorrow, but the last game has. The next game is a big FA Cup semi-final against Man City, but probably Liverpool don't want to play the same team 3 times in a row, so that's why Liverpool will rotate. We tried so hard to get to the Champions League, and now we can make it to the semis. It's 3-1 at halftime. It's as tricky as 2-0 against Inter, a good basis, but if they score one, like we felt against Inter, the game changes. We felt it when they scored last week. We really need to make them feel this is a place they don't want to go. So any Liverpool fan watching this, if you go to Anfield, sing your heart out, show Benfica that this is Anfield, and we want Benfica to feel the heat, to feel the Anfield crowd, and hopefully the crowd will be well up for it. This is a Champions League quarter-final after all, and we could get Villarreal in the semi-finals if we knock Benfica out, so go at them with all we have, and that's the kind of mentality that we need to have. And Alisson also said that Benfica are a really good side. It's a big challenge for us. We scored 2 goals, and sometimes people from outside can say, okay, now the game will be easy, but we know that 2-0 is a difficult score because you only concede once and then it's game on again. They did that and it was really game on. And they had opportunities after 2-1, but we could score the 3rd goal. That was really good for us. It's a good advantage for the next match, but we have our feet on the ground and we are really focused on making the result tomorrow to be qualified. It was a tough game. Benfica have quick strikers. They have a strong striker, Darwin Núñez is a number 9, and Everton is a Brazilian winger. Alisson knows him from Brazil as well, and how good he is. They gave us a lot of work to do, but we are ready to face them. We are ready and prepared to face that match and to achieve our goals. And Alisson was asked, when do Liverpool players or players in general start talking about winning trophies? We speak a little bit, we don't need to talk too much about that because we are in a big club and a big club wants to do great things and wants to achieve great goals. The targets are high and our main focus is winning any title that is in front of us. Every challenge that is in front of us, it's something that is already in our minds, and we will fight for all the challenges that we have in front of us. In the beginning of the season, you start to dream already. You start to set targets. You start to prepare yourself for the whole season. And then I think it's there where it starts, the preparation for every moment. And then you are playing, you will see where the team can go. We know that football is not that easy, that you just set targets and then okay, you win. You have to play, you face great opponents. And here in England, you play against the best teams in the world, the Premier League and in the League Cup, in the FA Cup, in the Champions League. And of course, when you reach a final, then you see how close you are to lifting a trophy, but it's an important moment as well. But we face all the games we have in front of us with a desire to win and to achieve our targets. And Jurgen Klopp also told a very fun story about Luis Diaz. He said, I didn't know how much Luis Diaz enjoys training. I had no idea. I'm not sure I ever saw somebody like that. He cannot stop smiling during training. He just can't stop. It's crazy. I didn't know that. All the rest, how quickly he would adapt. No, we didn't know that as well. They are all happy. All the players we signed in the last few years were all happy when they arrived here. It's not the worst place in the world, to be honest. Luis is now here already for nearly 2 months. I don't know exactly how long, but that's rare how much he enjoys training. That's really cool. Benfica respected us before, how we respected them before the game, but during the game I'm pretty sure Benfica felt, okay, here and there it was quite good, we were close to Liverpool. Bad news, but now bad news for Benfica, this game is at Anfield. It's Anfield and they don't only play against us, they play against the whole crowd. It's cool in a specific way, but we hope we can use that. I said it a couple of times, we want to be the one team nobody wants to play against. That's who we want to be, and hopefully we can be that tomorrow night. And also, Jurgen Klopp said this about Darwin Núñez. Oh, extremely good looking boy and a decent player as well. Really good, I have to say. I knew him before, of course, but he played pretty much in front of me with these tough battles with Ibrahima Konate. Physically strong, quick, was calm around his finish when he finished the goal off. Really good. Obviously, how you say in these situations, if he stays healthy, he has a big career ahead of him. It's clear Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of Darwin Núñez. So if there ever Liverpool needed a striker, Darwin Núñez will be on Jurgen Klopp's list. So seeing him firsthand and how he complimented him, it's a pretty awesome how much Jurgen Klopp rates Darwin Núñez, and he spoke so openly and honestly about it in the press conference. So come on Liverpool, let's knock Benfica out today. I'm really looking forward to the game, and check back later tonight, this afternoon, to my channel, because it's the season finale of the season 4 of the Liverpool career mode on my channel. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.